Hello and welcome to another edition of Hyper Bitcoinization with Anders. Um, Today, well, first of all, my current guesstimation of hyper Bitcoinization when it will happen is still the year 2023. 5 years from now, approximately, plus minus, let's see. Um, so the topic today is. That ICOs, first of all, are terrible. And it's also that they are about to be replaced, which is, I think, quite interesting what they will be replaced by. Um, so, first of all, ICOs, in my opinion, are doomed to fail for two reasons. First of all, there is nothing legally or technically that are stopping the founders of these ICOs of walking away with your money. So why wouldn't they? That is something we've seen already a lot of times. Second of all, if an ICO receives 40, 50, 60 million dollars, $100 million, $4 billion, whatever, without really having produced anything but either an idea, which is what a white paper is, or just um, a test net. They haven't produced a actual running. I mean, even if you have a mainnet as well, but you're not solving a problem yet, then if you already got all the money as if you solved the problem, why are you motivated to solve the problem and go and work hard, do tedious work for years and years and years if you already got all the money up front? Uh, that seems to be highly unlikely to happen because people are motivated by money, no doubt. So that's problem number two. And really, when you look at ICOs, is that in this new space we're in, which is the crypto world, Bitcoin, and then all the other coins. Really, there's Bitcoin, and then there's everything else. Um, this is a brand new world. What ICOs are doing is they're taking the legacy way of financing into this new world, and those two things, they don't go well together. It's like water and oil; they don't mix very well. That's not how you want to do things if you want to successfully um, establish projects that are going to run well, that are going to succeed, that are going to write great code, that are going to produce great services. Then you want to do what, for instance, the guys at BISC are doing, which is a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange. There is a link to them in the show notes below. The advantages, or one of the advantages of a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange is the fact that when you don't give up your name in a KYC or AML procedure, then your list is not in a database that will be hacked sooner or later, because hackers can hack. And if there's something there of value, they will hack it to get it. That's just a matter of time. And uh, a database with people with the names and addresses of how many Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency they have bought is valuable, because on the dark market, that is a great shopping list for finding people and go knock on their door and say, knock, knock. We know you bought X amount of Bitcoin. at the time maybe that was fun money for you. Now you are very, very wealthy, so we would actually like to get some of your Bitcoin from you. And that is a list you don't want to be on. Now, what's going to happen um, in the future is, instead of trying to do this legacy way of financing projects in a new world, it's going to be using the new world's methods to function and motivate and build in the new world, which is like Biscuit doing, as mentioned, that they pay contributors to the open source project in tokens of the project, utility tokens of the project. So contributors then can choose to sell these to the people that are using the service, because the people that are using the service will need the utility tokens. So this way, um, the people who have contributed will be rewarded. It is actually so what happens by changing it this way is that instead of raising money, then as Nate, one of the guys I'm working with on MathBot, a brilliant copywriter, as he says, this is these organizations are raising time instead of raising money. So they're raising time from very talented people who go and solve different tasks for these organizations. And then at the end of the month, they submit their request um, for for contributions, for tokens, for the reward, for the task that they have solved. So what you have is a situation where instead of the traditional way of doing things, building software, where you have a company with a lot of overheads and rent and all these things, then you have different, basically open source projects where if you're really good at something, you can contribute some of your time to one organization that needs that, some of that, world-class expertise at particular that one area, again to another organization and to a third organization, etc. And this is just a much more efficient use of people's time, that or of experts' time, and that instead of you're an expert and you're confined to be within one company and you may be working very effectively 10, 15, 20% of the time, and then the rest of the time, well, you're there full time and it might not be so valuable and so productive. Um, so it gives, I think it will unleash a lot of productivity, and it makes it very flexible, because people can go in and just do $20 worth work in one organization, and another month maybe they do for $1,000 worth of work, etc. So that will be the way that I think organizations fund themselves in the future, instead of going to, well, to some extent, and in some areas, especially the ones where that are not capital intensive, right? So they will go and raise time from experts to build the things, and these experts can then choose to sell the tokens or not, instead of going and raising money and then holding that in bank accounts and then going out and having to buy the service. This is this way of doing it just removes a lot of friction, a lot of inefficiencies in the system, and I think it's going to end up being uh, definitely the way that a lot of problems are going to be solved by the market. And uh, yeah, I want to say that, by the way, this program is sponsored by MathBot, which is, in my opinion, a fantastic project that is still in beta, but you can go and play for free on mathbot.com. And the concept is that kids and adults alike can learn math for free from entry level, basic, all the way up till math is up till first year of college, and it is taught in a way on MathBot where uh, the stick of the current school system is replaced by a carrot, and it's fun learning this way, um, and there's no one holding you back saying that no, we're not going to teach you next year's curriculum because hey, we got to all be equal, it's we all got to be on the same level. No, you will learn in your own pace. So if you need a little more time, you'll take a little more time. If you need less time, you'll take less time. You will be very comfortable in your own pace, I think. But what we could use right now on MathBot is people who are willing to help out. So if you're willing to contribute, we need, I believe, graphic designers. Um, we need people who are willing to just test it and find bugs. And for that purpose, I have retweeted on my Twitter account that you find below in the show notes. I have just retweeted a 10-minute video from J.W. Weatherman on how you best can contribute and how you would go to GitHub and raise issues if you find something that is not working out, any buttons missing or anything else. So yeah, if you want to contribute, that would be great. We would love to see that. All right. Thank you for this, guys. Bye.